And I think we should just get right into playing because I want to see where this goes. So no announcements. If you're curious about what we do here, just check out the info below. So let's just jump right into the game tonight. Glad you're here. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers.
Hopefully nobody dies.
They call that a speed intro. So in the last episode, you all emerged from your stronghold after being attacked by the Descenders that night. As you stepped out, you saw that the northern half of Nova Vasi was being attacked by the Void. And you fought your way through the city. As you fought your way through the city, Yuska's brother Callus warned everyone to get to the Lantern Priest Chapel as quickly as possible. So as you made your way there, you stumbled upon Sylvia, who had freed herself. And I'll let her explain to you guys how she freed herself. But she was there. She was fighting in the middle of the street. You came upon her. You helped her fight back the large tentacles and the crazy creatures with the skulls on their back that will throw them and teleport to you. Then you made your way to the Lantern Priest Temple. As you got to the temple, it was eerily quiet and no one was around. When you stepped inside, you saw Lucan with the top of his head ripped off, revealing his brain, and the strange void tentacle-like creature was eating it, bit at a time. As you fought your way to save him, the creature that was feasting on Lucan's brain put up a huge force wall to protect himself, and then Lucan, to your dismay, started to summon void creatures into the temple that were hostile towards you and fought you. Right before the creature died, it made its way past Monza and Silas, avoiding the opportunity attacks and staying alive just long enough to touch Lucan and plane shift Lucan and the void creature out of there. And then Callus rushed in. While this was happening, the fallen star would not enter the temple and stayed with Ezra's golem, Kozalik. So we'll pick up right after you grabbed your loot, you passed out your loot, you had a quick breather to talk about what was happening. So Ghosty ones, what would you like to do? Music change.
Ikanik is gonna head out towards the... She's gonna head out of the church. She's going to go into the town and not talk to anybody. She's not wearing her iconic Ursus hood. It's just her cute little snow owl head. She's visibly upset and hurt. But...
So you walk past Sylvia, Yuska, Ezra, Callus. Callus kind of like gives you a side glance, almost like he's checking on you. And as you get to the fallen star, she puts her hand out, her little hand, and she puts it in front of you. Who was that?
That was our friend.
Is he gone?
I hope not for long, but yes.
She kind of watches you walk past. As you walk out the church here, it's still that very peaceful, serene calm all around you. And the bodies of the Lantern Priests that fought, the militia that fought, are just scattered about the church, in the same spot that they were. The town seems quiet, although you can still see the destruction all around you. Some houses still burn. But most of the town folk have either hidden or fled the city.
Okay.
At least from your vantage point here, right outside the church.
But there's no, like, obvious fighting with creatures going on.
It seems like they've all vanished.
Yeah. if anybody else wants to do stuff, because Ika's gonna be on her own.
Callus walks over to Yuska and puts his hand on brother's shoulder. I don't know if we should let her leave now, knowing that we may all be infected.
Well, we still need to decide what to do, brother. I still think we should go get Veska, and then we should probably try to chase after our friend, or whatever he is now.
Well, whatever he is, we do need to chase him. He's still alive. He's still a large threat to all of Erenel.
I agree.
Well, inclined to think that little girl that we found, that fallen star, if she's of Lunawin, maybe some help. Is there any way to cleanse this infestation, preferably without killing everyone?
I'm afraid I know of none, except for purging with fire, but that doesn't mean one does not exist.
I'd be okay with burning the city down.
Well, hold on now. I might be new to the Nevermore, but these are still people. We can't just kill all of them. They can't all be infected. I don't know much about Ma, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, but I can't imagine her infection spreads to those that don't pray. Maybe if we could find a way to separate the prayers, the faithful, and those who don't pray, we might be able to save at least some.
Do we know what this infection really is? Your group, brother, they know?
They would say maybe that they do, but I'm not sure after spending time with them that anyone truly knows what a void does. We have heard of this happening before in a place south from here, far south. South of the Sundermist tips, they called it the Haunted Lands. But the great city of Abraxas was destroyed by a heavy infestation from Ma, where she sucked the life of the entire region. And I know that some people there barely escaped with their lives, and some of the townsfolk, and have since relocated. However, I don't know if they have found a situation to cleanse it. We also provide some insight that once this group of adventurers and members of the city Abraxas escaped, they did visit the Royal College, and some of the professors at the Royal College were going to investigate Fallen City. May have learned something.
Well, if Ma truly made the Haunted Lands, we should deal with that quickly. I've been there myself, not to any of the cities, just the outposts. It's not a pleasant place. If we let Lucan run free, Erenel wouldn't survive if everything turned to that.
Well, it'll be difficult without guidance from usual go-tos, I suppose. But
I don't think anyone could guide us.
healing.
I feel like maybe Harlock could help guide us in a direction, as much as I don't want to.
It might be beneficial, although I think I would make myself scarce if you speak to your grandfather. I don't know if he would enjoy knowing that the Hushed are in his region.
Probably not.
So, given the problem that you're currently facing, I don't know if he would necessarily be upset.
Could he find out just by looking at you?
Possibly.
Well, if you have any questions that you want us to convey to him, if we do talk to him, let us know.
Would Veska have any insight as well?
She may. We'll need to find either her soul in the ethereal plane, or now some time has passed. It may have been. She may have already seen Bodoma and been chosen or been sent to a new location, new plane. We just have to locate her first.
Do either of you have an item of Veska's on you? If we go to the ethereal plane, could Ikanik not use her magic to see if she can find her?
We could try. What's up, IPA?
First, we'd have to go and find where Ikanik went. She left but hasn't come back yet.
Yes, I think we should track her down. I worry that she may try to unknowingly pray. Make things worse.
How true you are.
That's true, dude.
I'll go and look for her. I still think we should get Veska first. At the very least, we probably need the help.
Let's just be careful. If it takes us too long, we might not be able to find Lucan. We only know he's in the void by a hunch. We could enter the void and he could be long gone. For all we know,
I would assume that it wouldn't matter how long he's in the void, it would still be... would assume it would be very difficult.
No, but I mean, if we were to go to the void and he's already left Takov and he's joined one of the larger chapters of the priests, it could be too late.
Silas walks forward. If we find him, we put him to death. He's gone.
Without question, I don't think he's salvageable. I think at most the city, and that's about it. But even then, that won't be easy.
Just want to make sure the bird knows that we will not be saving him, that we will be killing him.
I knew you should have drank his blood when he had the chance.
You might be right.
I mean, for all we know, that would have just made Silas infected instead.
Fair enough.
We need to find information about this. There's too many unknowns to make a decision.
If I can find a way to maybe cure whatever this is, might not even have to kill him. That would be preferable.
I don't know if he's curable. His scalp wasn't a part of him no longer. They were eating straight from his brain. That sounds to me like it's too late.
At least whatever Ma is using to infect people.
I know you
Even
and Luke are attached to Lucan, but we can't let him escape again just because he's a friend. We could have ended this all now if we were to just target him first.
I would think... I think it would be safe to assume that any of those with a deity are infected. So it would be good to at least try to find a way. If not for Lucan, then for as much as we can save here.
Well, I can spend some time looking for a way to save the city, but what about yourself and Ikanik?
Yuska's just gonna look at his staff. Just kind of sigh.
All I
Well-
care about is getting my shield, and then we can burn the city to the ground. Silas.
Well, that is mighty helpful. Thank you. My particular skills take some time to form, but if we have the free time, my fabrication might be able to remove the curse, although I don't know what else it would take with it. If I learn enough about you and Ikanik, I might be able to change your memory to before you met him, which might be enough to end the curse like it never was there, until it breaks.
I don't think
It would
it'll get
at
rid
most
of it,
buy
though.
time.
Maybe.
It might be able to prevent your brains from being eaten by whatever that was.
Silas
But
holds
again,
out his he holds out his
we
weapon. Good.
Could try talking with the Royal College. I can't say I really know much about them aside from Zunar.
Well, we need to be careful with that. If we get too much outside help, who's to say that the Kravian Empire won't storm the gates of the Nevermore Expanse in order to purge the priests? That could start a war.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with an experienced healer looking to learn some unique tricks, I suppose.
If that's to happen, we need to be very vague.
I'd be
Well-
okay with a war like that breaking out.
I'll be
No,
honest.
you're not. The death from that would be uncountable compared to what we're dealing with right now.
I mean, to be honest, I couldn't even tell you what's really going on. I just wanted to come up here to heal some forests, and this has gotten very complicated.
Well, I don't want to alarm you, but you might have done more damage than good since you've met Lucan.
More reason to kill him.
So,
I'll go find.
who
I'll go find.
tells Eek? I don't think I know her enough to be the bearer of such bad news.
Well, I'll go look for her. I'll see. I don't know. That Yusuke's just gonna turn around and start walking out.
Silas follows you.
Sylvia, are you still inside the noble courts of the Nevermore?
I might know a few people, but not entirely.
How much do you know of the Sanguis from Novasi? Would they have prayed to Resmir or anyone else?
Fernand was an interesting person. I'm not sure if he prayed, to be quite honest with you. All he
We
did
might-
was stay in his castle.
If your people don't pray, they might be the only way we can stop this infection in the city. We might need to have them call the humans.
Well, I know some people pray to the Crimson Walker.
Then they would need to be put down too, unfortunately.
I did at one point in my life, but that was years ago. Some people also might pray to El Terrell.
Well, we have a lot of work ahead of us. It was nice meeting you. Unfortunately, the circumstances could have been better.
That is true.
Where have you been, anyway?
Me?
All I heard was that you were smacked by your family and taken away.
Yeah, I was locked up in a dungeon yet again. Hooray. But I got out, so here I am.
Well, that was an amazing story. I hope at some point you're willing to say more. And I'll head out following Yusuke.
So Yusuke stops and turns to the fallen star. You want to ask her something?
I hate to trouble you, little one.
Excuse me? That's my term. Don't use it on anyone else.
Your little buddy.
I know. There was a B in your, like, one. You be careful now.
God damn.
Little buddy me.
Yes?
Sorry.
I think it's safe for us to assume that you come from Lunawin. I don't know if that's truly correct, but
That my mother?
don't know. But we know that you're not of the void at the very least. How to ask this. But do you think you would have any way or knowledge of purging this corruption that is here?
I don't know. I feel like my entire life I've been sitting and waiting, and then this is the most that I've seen or done in ever. I didn't even know that there was something outside my little home.
Well, at the very least, once we're through this, maybe you'll be able to experience some of the better things.
With my friend
I suppose.
Kozilek. Your friend is
Yes, go
very
on.
sad.
It's been a very long couple weeks.
If you want, I can make the scary bear go away.
Oh, my brother's just stubborn. He means well. He's a bit brash and brutish, I suppose, but he does mean.
Well, they're leaving. Should I stay here, or where should I go now?
I think the only safe place in this city now would maybe be our stronghold still. I don't know. I would stay with Kozilek for the time being.
I can do that.
But it might be good for you to stay with us. At least until we can find a good place for you.
I trust you.
Yusuke will give her a smile and go to look for Ikanik.
Okay. So Bonza's walking past. Ezra wants to talk to Sylvia.
Vice versa. Sylvia wants to talk to Ezra.
Gotcha.
So, Ezra, I swear I know you from somewhere. The question is, where do I know you from?
You want to be Ezra, or do you want to be Ezra?
You can be Ezra, no?
I don't know. I've only been here with this group for a very short time.
Are you from Novovasi or from somewhere else?
I'm not from Novovasi. I actually came here with Manza.
I don't know. There's just something oddly familiar about you. I was just curious if you remembered me at all. Maybe my father? Grandfather, sorry.
In her backstory, does she know that, or she just knows it's the Sanguis?
Yeah.
I would say that I'm not too fond of your friend, but I can see you're ashen, which means you don't feed. Which makes it a little bit better, but let's just say that your kind has not been very friendly to me.
How did you come upon being able to summon that golem? Was it a magical innate power? Or did you acquire it somehow?
Ezra shows the markings on her and some of the shard stuck into her body. Experimentation by your people.
Out of character, Sylvia now knows exactly who Ezra is. But Sylvia's not going to say anything. She's going to be, huh. That's quite interesting. Thanks, Ezra. We should be on our way now.
Should we go back to the stronghold too?
I believe that's where everybody else went. Yes.
Ezra kind of gives you a look when you start to walk away. Like she's trying to remember. So everyone's going back to the stronghold? Except for Ika and Yuska?
Maybe?
Monza wouldn't be against trying to find... She doesn't know where it is, but she knows Silas at some point went to a place that sells items. So she's going to try and look for... What's his name?
Oh, okay.
Zeltek.
She doesn't know where it is, but she's going to try.
Okay. So let's go... Ikanik. Are you hiding, or are you just kind of walking around the city? Or how easy would it be for Yuska to find you?
I'm walking through the streets, but not aimlessly. I'm trying to... actually, no. I am headed back to the stronghold. I'm headed towards the Blood Mirror. Because I don't know where else to find Harlock.
Okay. Let's put you here.
So... my movement speed is not 30. Probably catch up to me pretty easily.
So Yuska, you're highly perceptive. And you're able to follow where you think Ikanik is going, and you see her a little ways in front of you, going through the same center square outside the stronghold, close to the Blood Mirror, where you guys fought the original Descenders and Tentacles. She's a little ways ahead of you, but you spot her. No one else is really out at all. Everyone is either gone from this part of the town or dead.
Are you gonna let me walk?
No, I'm gonna come up to you.
Dang.
He's a very loud bear, and you're passive. You pick up that he's behind you when he gets somewhat close to you.
I'd like to be alone right now, Yuska.
No. Little buddy. I think we need to talk.
Oh god, you're gonna break up with me.
What? I'm confused.
I know that we said we're gonna save your sister, but I can't just leave Lucan.
Where he's gone, I don't think we can really follow him without more help.
I'm going to get help.
Oh. Yeah, at least, I don't know. I trust my siblings. Well, maybe not Callus.
I don't trust him.
He's really kind of mellowed out over the years. But he's still kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know, little buddy. To be honest, you're more family to me than they are.
I don't know anymore. I thought that. But then, like, Callus showed up and he was really mean. But, I mean, he was saying true stuff. And, you know, I was thinking about you and him. And I don't really fit, I think. And
Oh,
maybe...
little buddy. I might not be a smart bear, but I can assure you that Callus isn't. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think he wanted to kill me a few times.
No, and no matter how strong he's gotten, I wouldn't have let him do that. Even if I would have had to have killed him myself.
Oh, well, I hope that doesn't happen.
I think we're going to try to find my sister first, preferably as quickly as we can. No. I don't know. We'll probably need to talk to Harlock.
That's where I'm going.
We will find Lucan. We will do our best for him. But we need people who are knowledgeable so that I can maybe cure him.
Harlock is smart. He's very smart.
Because we can't rely on... Well, at least I can't rely on my gods anymore.
Why?
Whatever infected Lucan may have infected us, little buddy. Now I have to find a way to protect us.
Didn't we kill it? The thing that was infecting me?
No, if it was the same
though. No, but Lucan said that Resmir's light is always there, so, you know, maybe, you know, the void is in us, but Resmir too.
I don't know much about these void creatures, little buddy, but it seems, at least from what Callus is saying, he might not know, but prayers are fed to this creature. So I don't think Resmir's ever been here. I don't think any of my visions have ever been Winds or Amaras. At least since coming here.
There's a lot of people that worship Resmir here, and they died. They
I don't think they were ever worshipping Resmir, little buddy.
It's not right. No, I don't. I mean, the Void is, you know, probably did a lot, but I think we could still talk to him. Maybe like we just don't have to pray. We just talk to Resmir, you know, just like, hey Resmir, you know.
I don't think it works that way, little buddy. Unless we go to the above itself.
What? I'm just gonna go talk to Harlock, I think.
Well,
He's
if
our
anybody
king.
if anybody here would know, he's better than my brother. I'm a little hesitant to even with him.
Well, I'll
It
be
might
there.
be our best option.
Yeah.
This music's on point.
Alright, little buddy. Let's go find
Gonna
her.
go. I only think that Harlock is like at the Blood Mirror, but that's probably not correct. That's the only place Eek would think. So
So the Blood Mirror is very close to where you two are, so it only takes you a hit, like a hop and a skip to get over there. And once you get to the Blood Mirror, it still looks visibly destroyed from your archway encounter only days earlier. But no one's there. No one's around.
Harlock. Harlock. Can you send him a message or something?
I unfortunately don't have that one, little buddy. And I'm
Oh.
pretty tapped for the day.
Well, what about Paizen? Maybe he can send a message?
We'll see if he'll show up.
I want to cast. Hold on, let me see if I have the spell slot, because we didn't take a long rest yet. Oh, I don't know about the spell slot. If you'll allow it, I want to cast Locate Object on Harlock's crown.
Okay. So
Oh, my spells didn't refresh. I had one spell slot left, I think. Did I?
you focus. Sugar Hill Gang. Within 1,000 feet, you focus
1,000 feet.
on
Okay.
the crown of Harlock. Think hard to yourself. It pings. In the manor where Traven, the were-rats are.
Oh,
Which would be pretty close to you guys.
I think I found him. He's in the manor where the were-rats are. And-
Let's go then, little buddy.
Yeah, let's go.
Dan. Harlock teleports behind you, nothing personal. kid.
Oh no!
Ah!
Anyway, we make our way.
This will put you in a kind of similar spot. So because of, and just for reference, might be easy to see it this way.
Is the rest of the group like close to them at this point?
Yeah, so
Or-
the group would be walking into the stronghold here. You guys would be in the center market here. And Harlock would be at this place here. So you guys would see Yuska and Eek walking towards Farron's manor as you guys are walking into the stronghold. And then you see this big ball of bats just gonna come flying out of the manor and then go crashing into the stronghold.
Into the stronghold?
Yeah.
That's
Little buddy, I don't think he's with the rare rats anymore.
Well, why?
I think those bats might have been Harlock.
How does it stay up?
It's like
Stays up
a
10 minutes. Did he move?
yeah. So you would have felt the location move with the bats into the stronghold. Just whoosh.
Oh,
Almost like an illumination. Whoosh.
you gotta turn around. You're right. Did you get the spell too?
No, little buddy. But I'm actually fairly perceptive. I might act like an idiot most of the time, but I do know things.
They're pretty smart, Yusuke.
I don't know about that, but I try.
Let's go back to the stronghold. He's over there.
I was hoping that Joe would be back by now. He said 5
Well-
to,
Where did he go? Did he go to the washroom or something?
Maybe he had to poop.
he said 5 to 10, 5 minutes ago. That's okay.
Well, we could keep talking.
He's just gonna have to see this reveal and he's gonna have to deal with it.
Oh no, we can wait. We can wait.
I mean, we could take our break a little early.
I mean, we could keep talking. We could keep.
Or
talking.
that, yeah.
What if we meet up with you guys in the square? And we can have a little chat in the square.
I mean, Yuska can prattle on for a while.
Well,
Yeah.
Silas left very early, so Silas is going to walk out of the stronghold carrying his tower shield. And he's going to walk up to Sylvia and hand Sylvia the blade that she had crafted.
Oh, my sword, yay.
Yeah.
And Silas is going to say, an earshot of Yuska and Ikanik, because Silas was in the stronghold already. He walks out. You're all going to all want to prepare yourselves for what you'll find. It is not a happy thing.
Great.
Oh,
Is it Lucan?
If Lucan was in there dead, it would be a happy thing.
I don't think that's very nice, Silas.
Silas, one day we're going to have to work on your communication skills.
I think that's what Silas would do.
Probably.
He's just like Sylvia, little buddy.
But maybe it's
Except
the same
no,
with
Sylvia
things.
has unhealthy relationships. That's definitely something we'll have to take care of later.
I mean, maybe we all have unhealthy relationships now.
We had an unhealthy relationship with Lucan. Contaminated all of us.
No, I don't think he did it on purpose, though. He could be saved. Maybe.
Well, Silas, I'm confident that I can find a way to cure this.
Yeah.
I was
We'll see.
close. I was directly next to Lucan. I saw how much of the brain was ate by that creature. There's not much left.
I'll come back from the dead all the time. Like it's you know we can do it.
I think we
You know,
might
little
want
buddy,
to worry more
I
about
have
his soul.
Well, maybe we can go get his soul when we get your sister's soul, Yuska.
only if it's where she happens to be.
Everyone goes to Bedoma, right? Like
I
first?
believe so.
Okay.
If he's there, we'll bring him back too.
Harlock is secretly a weeb. Hey, short sword +1, hell yeah.
Sorry, I'm just making sure that the it works and everything.
It's good to make sure it's on there.
Yeah.
I think Silas is playing with the tower shield was to take the last archway coin and smash it onto it to make it so he can make it float around him. And,
Oh,
and
that's
do
That'd
wheel.
be good, yeah,
So he'll
hands
do
up
wheel
free.
and have the tower shield fly around him. I think
That'd
that's
be
the plan. But you guys can always be like, hey, fight for the archway coin on your own.
I think we need another one for what I want to do. Unless it's like one for +2.
Well, I think we gave him enough time. So let's enter the stronghold.
Before entering the doors of the inside doors, not the outside gate area, Ikanik is going to go to the side and plant an acorn. She won't say anything, but she's thinks like,
Are you doing this in eyesight of Silas?
yes,
He's gonna walk over and grab the acorn and throw it.
no,
You cannot pray to anything.
I wasn't praying, just planting some seeds.
Without praying. He walks over, he grabs the seed, and he gives it to you. Pray to no one.
Like in my head. No. Okay.
His
I won't.
the scythe
just-
that Silas is holding, the the Revenant King is going to speak. And he says in common, very loud. What did you bring me into, Silas? You could have freed my soul. And now I may be contaminated as well. And worse yet, They still pray.
Not praying. And I think we have a lot of souls to save now. But I'm gonna go plant the acorn now. She's gonna be very wary of Silas and plant the acorn. And now she's just thinking, looking. Not praying, trying not to pray, but he just is looking. That's it.
See this right here?
It doesn't even have to be a prayer. Okay. She's just saying looking.
Hey, he's back. Okay. We were killing time so you could see this reveal.
Oh, cool. What's up?
We're about to
He
die.
just planted an acorn.
So everyone is walking to the stronghold. It was
She wasn't praying. She wasn't, because she fucking misses looking.
So Zaltek is gone, and you walked around the city for a bit, unable to find where he is. And as you made your way back to the stronghold, Ikanik was casting locate object, and Harlock flew into his bat ball and landed in the stronghold in front of you guys.
This is bad.
A little bat ball flight.
Oh, Eek would be inside.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, never mind. Hey, what? What? He was totally fine.
Vincent too?
No. Okay, well, we saw that coming. We really did.
What does that mean?
Hey,
But
corrupt politicians get what they deserve.
Corrupted him though.
dead. Every single person Ikanik has ever loved is dead. Virgil, Mad Max, Vincent, Lucan. Maybe, he's not dead yet, but who knows?
So when you walk into the gates of the stronghold, you see Mad Max. It looked like he was trying to run out, and his body looks ripped apart as he's lying there. And as you step in, you see Vincent's been shredded next to the blacksmith shop. And a quick look around, the Arbendor's gone. They're not anywhere to be found. Fireforge is gone. And as you walk up to the front, you can see Harlock is sitting in the chair, leaning back in the chair, looking very, just kind of staring kind of patiently out the front door. Fireforge is Harlock the whole time.
Confirmed. Explains the gender swap.
Ikanik is gonna cast Good
Killed her and replaced her.
in her last spell slot. And she's gonna put one berry on Matt.
Just like put it on top of him.
Yeah, gently. She doesn't he looks really gross.
Okay, so he's laying flat, marks all across his back and his stomach.
She would put it in not like a bad spot, just on this one.
As she's doing that, Sylvia's gonna walk in and be, "Hello, grandfather. I see you arrived." And I'll bow.
It would seem you've earned your freedom, granddaughter.
Why is Ikanik the only one that's hurt?
I was very surprised, to be quite honest.
I would like to speak to the child as well.
Which child? We actually have two now. Can you believe it?
I was thinking that.
You could cast out the other one, but the one from the star.
I actually feel like you might be interested in the other child as well. But I guess we'll see.
So be it, but I am a impatient man who has just seen one of the cities in his kingdom ravaged by void-like creatures. And my patience is thin.
I don't doubt it.
Why did you do it? Why did you kill my friends?
They were like this when I got here. Fortunately, it seems that whatever you were fighting came looking for you here.
Can I insight check him. I just want to see if he's like hiding something about that.
Sure. $18? It seems like no, he didn't do anything to him. He just came and found him like that.
Okay. Oh.
Thought we got all of the ones that came to the stronghold, little buddy.
I didn't see Max anywhere.
I didn't think he was even here.
I mean, Vincent is just a cow.
He was a good ox, little.
He wasn't hurting anyone.
He was a little bit bad at being a politician.
That was my fault, though.
You have time to
Maybe
bury
we
the
can
bodies
get their
later.
souls. We go to the ethereal plane, little buddy.
Can we bury them? We should look at Harlock. Isn't that against the rules?
There'll be time to bury the bodies later. I'm afraid the rules that we might have lived by before do not mean anything anymore. I have a question. What are your gods now?
Ikanika is gonna put her lantern on the table.
False idols brought nothing but destruction to not only my kingdom, but the very city you all fought and bled so hard to protect. Here we are. So please,
We didn't know.
I would like to know how you're going to fix this.
Well, I was hoping you would have some insight into a way to maybe cure whatever this infestation is.
The only cure that I know that warrants this infestation is when terror meets terror, everything must be purged.
I'd be okay with that.
I would like to point out once more that they don't all have to die. We just need to find out which ones pray. If any of them pray to Lishkin, if any of them pray to Rezmir, or anyone else, those are the ones that need to die, but the rest of them should be safe. I don't know much about Ma and the vacuous ones, but what I do know is that, or at least what I've assumed from what I've read, Ma only feasts on those that pray. If you don't pray, you're safe.
Luckily, any that have tried to flee the city been corralled and brought back. We can't have a loose end making their way through Neferstrad. So the butcher has been working diligently.
What?
Are you just slaying your people without finding out who are safe?
It would seem the only ends that I can think of for if the fate was to say you prayed and knowing you would die if you confessed. Would you confess? Or would you lie?
It's simple. You don't let them know that they'll die if they tell you the truth.
Afraid if you walk up to a human and ask them if they pray.
You just ask them if they believe in Rezmir. If they say they do, you take them to the other side of the city. Once they're all separated, you call the ones that do. Or, to save yourself the hassle, or at least save those in Novavasi the hassle, you claim it was a fire that was out of control from the Descenders. That
I
way the
think
whole
that's
city isn't gone.
It seems that I am going to be without a blood source.
You could always drain them of blood first.
Well, there's no sources saying that their blood is infected. It could be, but we don't know. If anything, it could be a surplus. If you're willing to take that risk.
He leans back in his chair a bit. He starts to rub his hands together. I think you should leave my citizens' well-being to me now. But do all of you need to be called? Are you all infested? I have no doubt from my previous conversation with my granddaughter that you are the ones that brought this threat here. So if you do not want me to end you now and prevent the hassle, I need to know why you would be useful to me later.
Sylvia will reach across the table and put her hand up, be like, well, you know that I don't pray. And you know that I haven't for years, so I'm good.
This is true, unfortunately. But I guess fortunately in this case.
You don't know me, but I haven't prayed since I've been in Novavasi, or the Nevermore. I'm also safe.
What kind of guarantees can you give me that I am already provided from my granddaughter?
Well, my deity was the Willow Eye, but he is so caught up in his all-sight that he hasn't been answering me lately. That's why I'm here in the first place. I can't give you proper confirmation, I can just say that I don't pray.
This is the conundrum. This is why it is much easier to just bleed everything.
I do have one question though, Harlock. Are you able to go to the Void easily? On your own or with somebody to deal with problems there?
I have not and do not wish to.
Well, then you might have needs of us yet. The one that caused this problem is still alive, and he escaped to the Void. If we're to ensure he doesn't come back and cause more harm, you'll need somebody to stop him.
This is agreeable. You would trade all of your lives for the life of Lucan. Oh no, the one who caused this. He doesn't know it's Lucan.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I suppose I'll help them.
He looks at Silas. He chuckles at looking at Silas because he knows Silas pretty well. And then he looks towards Yuska and Ikanik. And the two of you?
Well, I can't say I know much, but healing magic, restoration, something that I'm pretty familiar with. Perhaps there's a better way to deal with this that's more guaranteed. That doesn't involve destroying everything and everyone. And I'll tap Lunowan's staff in front of me, just, to say what I should say, but, can't. Without a lot of fear of repercussion, I guess. But unfortunately, I think I will be relying on my expertise alone. Maybe of those of the Royal College, if... Well, I can't say I'm very well educated, but does have its own merits.
I may be able to provide some of you with assurance, with knowing that you will be bound to end this threat that plagued my city. But I think I may know a way to free all of you from this, shall we call it a curse, a disease? But it is not a pleasant one.
Is it like the ritual I had to go through?
I'm afraid I'm not sure what that ritual was, but it may be the worst experience any of you have ever had in your lives, outside of Sylvia.
It was pretty bad.
I think it might be the same ritual, little buddy.
Oh, that really hurt.
2, cleanse all of you from this. You will let me kill all of you.
Oh, we didn't do that one.
You will let your bodies, your souls go into the ethereal plane together and be bound together. Stand before Bodoma together. And then find a way to be brought back. By leaving your mortal bodies here, the plague will stay with it. And I will burn your bodies here.
But we gotta come back to them.
Ikanik has a very good point. I don't know how we're supposed to stop the void and Lucan inside of it if our bodies are charred husks. I don't like this plan.
Souls will need to find a new host, I suppose.
The only thing about that is my soul is, damned because of this thing in my chest.
You've damned your soul. Well, then this will unfortunately not work. Damn, that would have been so easy too.
Well, I think that's officially the first time in my life I'm happy someone damned themselves, because I was not under the intention of wanting to die.
I'm confused, Sylvia. What did you do to yourself?
We can talk about it another time. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we don't know.
Sylvia, you need to see a specialist, I think. Relationships are one thing, but that's... Do you need to talk to somebody?
No. It helped us take Novavasi the first time around.
And now it will burn. Irony.
I am so sorry, Harlock. Your granddaughter has some severe issues. When all of this is done, I'm more like healing magic in like the physical body, but maybe therapy is something I could probably focus on too.
Strokes his beard.
Harlock, can I ask a favor?
One would ask a favor after bringing the void into my city?
Well, yeah, I guess it sounds like that.
He extends his hand.
Okay, so I was kind of hoping that maybe you could find Lucan, or maybe can you send him a message, or maybe both, because you're really powerless.
You cannot send Lucan messages? I thought you all had that ability.
No, that was a wand. I think Lucan has it.
I think Monza has it, little buddy.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Yusuke has it, because I don't have it.
I thought
Oh,
Lucan
wait.
Fucking Yusuke! Shit. Well, either way, you know, you're really strong. So maybe you could do it, but maybe.
Are you worried about him? Is he contaminated?
He kind of started it. I think.
So Lucan brought this damnation.
But he didn't know. So I just want to save him, you know. He's my friend.
He has these very piercing red eyes, but he doesn't speak as he like collects the information.
Oh, little buddy.
Yeah.
I forgot. I put the wand in the bag of holding.
Oh.
Because I
Okay,
can't
okay.
attune to it. Well, I suppose I could attune to it at some point. Unless Monza would like it.
Okay, that's good then. Maybe Harlock, then you just could help with just finding him. Maybe, if it's okay with you.
Well, I think we need to speak a little more in detail about this agreement for me letting all of you survive. You were to hunt the one who brought this upon us.
Wait. I just take a look at Ikanik and realize that. Can I what's the check I'm talking about?
Insight.
Not insight. Perception, to see if she still has the signs of the void.
She does. She has very large eyes right now. She's insanity too.
From the fight.
Did you guys not deal with the thing inside of Ikanik while I was gone?
Oh no, that was the painful thing. We did that. It's all gone now.
Ikanik had a very hard time with that whole encounter. She's still kind of recovering, yes.
Oh.
I mean, it's gone, I think.
Harlock, the
Oh.
person I was originally talking about was Ikanik. I had no idea about Lucan.
Well, I mean, I didn't. I don't think I originally brought it here. I mean, it's technically Yuska's sister.
Just throw Yuska's sister under the bus.
I don't want to interrupt, but all of these details are irrelevant. That's been dealt with, it's dead.
Yeah.
The vacuous ones that this group knew of are gone now. It's just Lucan.
See if I say this right. La Gitana 505. Thank you for the follow. Hope I got it right. I don't know if it's LA or La. Harlock, nothing has changed. Now I just wish to see the head of Lucan upon my table.
What
is
if we
there-
could save him?
This agreement will mean if you cannot save him, you will end him.
Do we need to bring his body to you? Would it not be safer if we just left it where we found it and didn't bring it back?
I would just need some form of proof that it has been dealt with. I may have another means to cleanse you all. As he's staring now at Ezra.
And what might that be?
I remember this child. You see the construct that follows him? The construct is also built from the void, the vacuous. it draws in their essence. Perhaps this golem will be of use to us.
Is everyone like part of the void or something?
Well, as we were trying to understand what these threats were in the Brim Eye, we may have done some experimentations that were a little sadistic.
Yeah.
And here, before us, is one of them. You recognize the child, granddaughter?
I do. I noticed. I thought I knew something about him, and then I saw the shard, and I knew exactly who it was.
There are, and he looks. I would say we need to cleanse at least 4 bodies to make sure that I feel safe with this transaction. Minus Sylvia. And although Monza is very persuasive, I am not convinced.
Well, as long as it would mean that I'm not on your bad side, I have no quarrels.
I don't really want to die.
I whisper over to Monza. Yeah, you don't want to be on his bad side. Been there, done that.
Ignoring Sylvia, Ikanik does have a good
what
point.
he meant
though,
to
I
really
don't
say,
want to die.
Monza, is he said some very stupid things because he has a very unhealthy relationship with his grandfather.
Oh,
And well, he almost died.
I've picked up on that. That's all well and good, but I don't want to give up my body. If that's still what's happening, I don't like that.
This will require the golem to absorb the corruption from all 4 of you, which will inevitably kill the golem. It cause the bond between Ezra, or between the child and the golem, to shatter. Severely wounding the child, but not killing the child, but it will remove whatever power she may have gained from this void.
Out of character, would the fallen star react to you saying that? Because you haven't like acknowledged her at all this entire conversation.
Yep, she's very frightened. He hasn't looked at her since you would have picked up that he hasn't looked at her, and she hasn't really reacted or done anything. She's very, whenever she's in front of like overpowering people so far that you've known her, she's very like scared.
So, our bodies won't have to be burned.
That is
Ezra can live.
well, I mean, that is an option for 4 of you, I suppose, if you want to save this golem. The child will be fine. But we can use the golem to purge the corruption from you, keeping you in your bodies on the mortal plane. Or we could just kill the 4 of you and have Sylvia try to find your souls in the ethereal plane.
Well, I'm okay with the Kozlik plan, and I'm sure Ezra doesn't want to die either. Well, I don't think any of us do.
I would also like the star to come back with me to Rasmaron.
What are you going to do to her?
Learn. Study.
Like you learned with Ezra?
Oof.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of stares. He's now staring at the fallen star. She has her head down, kind of behind Benor.
Ezra, what do you think? Are you okay with your golem dying?
That's up to you, Art. That's a tough decision for your character.
If it means I can save all of you, I don't know what would happen to me if he was to go, but maybe I could go with Mr. Harlock here in the Fallen Star, and hopefully they don't do more experiments on me.
You will both be taken care of.
Then, yeah, if it means it'll save the rest of you, and I'll stay with the Fallen Star, she'll protect me.
The fallen star looks at you, Ikanik. She ducks down a little bit behind Benor. Do not be frightened. I will not harm them. I have no need to lie. Those with great power do not need to hide behind false words.
Can I insight him to see if he really believes that he wouldn't hurt her?
Sure.
Forgot where to go for a second.
Honestly, I feel like if the Fallen Star figures out her powers, she might mess him up.
Advantage. Give me that natural 20.
Do you want to use your advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the advantage, with the 23, where is the... There it is. So the gods have decided that you have insight into Harlock's, well, his thinking. He's not lying when he says that he's not going to harm them, he's going to take care of them. It does mean that he's going to try things. But he's not going into with the intentions to harm her. But he's definitely has the intentions of he's going to try to learn about her in whatever way he can.
Okay.
If this is not agreeable and you wish to side with this void thing that fell from the sky, then so be it. I will give you till tomorrow morning before I purge the city.
You're only giving us a day to find Lupin?
Giving you a day to decide if you want to take this golem to cleanse the corruption, or if you want to turn down my offer and keep this star in your own possession.
Can you tell us where Lucan is then, when we decide?
I'm afraid I cannot.
Why? You're very strong.
Even strength has its limits when you deal with vacuous. I'm afraid if an outbreak would continue, I would be helpless here. It is why I reacted so brashly when I heard that vacuous are at my doorstep, Sylvia told me.
So there's no way?
I'm sure there's a way to find him. I'm afraid my concern is that he will not let himself be found until he is ready.
Ready for what? To be safe?
The situation is as I expect. A digital private hopping in with advantage.
I knew my god was watching.
Almadoon has granted advantage. What's up, dude?
Y'all, father.
Laura, you gotta be careful. The more you pray to Digital Prophet, the more corrupted you become.
Stop following this podcast.
Ikenik immediately becomes another void
Oh,
nucleus.
fuck.
If it was truly your friend Lucan that brought this here, and after seeing the outbreak that happened in our midst earlier today, I think he's already made his choice. Unwillingly or willingly, it does not matter. The choice is done. If you think you can free him, then so be it. I trust someone trained to be a Nevermore Knight would understand to slit the throat of those if they cannot be fixed. He looks at Silas, and Silas gives him a nod.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think you're giving him a chance, and he didn't bring it to the city. He didn't know. I think because he always prayed to Rasmir, not this void thing. And you say that you guys kill things that can be fixed, but you've said that Sylvia can't be fixed and she's alive.
Well,
So I think Lucan deserves a chance, please.
Sylvie is my flesh and blood. Lucan is but a priest. A human priest. And I would question whether he knew or not what was coming. Because you don't just stumble upon an infestation as what he has wrought. It is quite curious. I wonder, with the rest of you, do you blame your friend, if he is still your friend, for what he has brought upon all of you?
No, I don't. She's gonna look at Yusuke.
I don't either. I don't think him or any of us would have known.
Well, I didn't know him enough, but he did do it.
Silas says, I think killing him will save his soul. We let him live regardless. He is too far gone for that.
Oh, we already have to get one soul from the ethereal plane.
That means we have to kill Lucan now, and we don't even know where he is.
Well,
One
such
thing
a
at a time.
This is no task too small for the ghosty ones. You did free a city.
With Lucan's help, though.
I didn't know I was speaking to the Lucan Brigade.
I mean, out of
Maybe
character. He
you don't
did
know
miss
what
like
it
all of
means.
his spell attacks, so that entire fight.
Maybe you just don't know what it means to have a family.
Have you seen my family? And he points at Sylvia.
That's what I mean. Sylvia, she's our family now.
Then I would
And we
worry for
saved
your
her.
safety.
Yes.
She might try to cut you in your sleep.
No, I trust her.
Then she will cut you in your sleep.
I'm dying.
That's
Little buddy,
true.
you've been along Sylvia long enough to know that she probably is the result of her unhealthy relationships.
Yeah,
Or
no, I
is the
mean,
cause?
yeah.
Is it the cause? I don't know.
She's questionable at least, but we trust her. You know, so, I mean, we've slept many nights under the stars together, and yep, Sylvia, you wouldn't harm me, would you?
No, I wouldn't. And I mean, technically, you slept.
Oh yeah,
Stay awake.
you watched. Yeah, you even have more
Yusuke
motive
is
to hurt us than you
100%
did.
going to incite Sylvia
Insight me on what though?
on the not harming Ikenik in her sleep.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
I'm not gonna dude. I mean, I can roll against that if you want, but I wouldn't harm Reekanik.
So he's truthful. Was the agreement made? Will use the golem to cleanse you of this corruption. Then child and the star will come with me to Razmaran. I will purge the city as I deem fit. You all have, it sounds, as tasks to complete.
Miss Star Girl.
Yes?
I don't want to hurt Ezra's golem. Do you know if you can feel the, void in me from praying? Maybe if you don't feel it, because you're really strong too, maybe if you don't feel it, then, we're good. But if you do, then, maybe you can take it away.
I can try.
Cause you didn't go in the church, so I was thinking maybe you're really perceptive to it.
So what I felt in the church is the void?
What did you feel though?
Anger? Fear? Like my stomach was going to explode?
That's probably true. I mean, mine did. So.
She closes her eyes, and she holds her hands out towards Ikanik.
I'll put my feathery fingers forth. Hold her hands.
It's very faint, but I can feel something.
Oh, can you take it? Can you take it away? I mean, don't absorb it or anything. Just throw it away or something.
Throw it away?
Can you get rid of it?
Harlock's just watching, not speaking. He's just watching this interaction intently. It's almost like he's curious about what might happen.
No idea.
She holds her hand out. She reaches again, trying to find. And her hand moves a bit. She almost does almost a 180, and her hand finds Yuska. She's holding her hand out towards Yuska.
Oh.
It's much stronger here.
Yuska.
She moves her hand again. This way, a little towards Monza. It's fainter here, but I can feel it here.
Oh. That's Monza. Anywhere else?
Her hand goes kind of towards Sylvia, but it's in that direction that goes through Sylvia, Ezra, Kozilek, and Silas. It's in that one line.
It's Benor.
It's very, very strong here. Stronger than it was over there.
Oh. Well, that's 4 people. Well, 5.
It's almost like trying to grab water. I can't grab it.
Well, can you dry it out? You dry out water to get rid of it.
I can try to dry it.
It's a hot sun. Just like what do you have to do with the wound? Sometimes you have to burn it to close it.
So she tries to dry out the void.
So dumb.
You just fucking killed Silas. Oh no.
So Ikanik, Monza, Yuska, and I'll roll for Silas. Make con saves.
Oh fuck, I'm so sorry, but I mean, she only felt a little bit of void in me apparently, so you guys are fucked.
Sorry, you said for Sylvia to roll it too?
No, Monza, Ikanik, and Yuska. I rolled Silas's.
Ooh, if that 13 doesn't pass, I'm gonna do that. 17?
I'm flashing to get to 20 just in case.
Okay.
Ooh. PG-13 stream there. I have to use the restroom really badly.
Okay. So Silas takes 25.
Oh my god.
Oof.
The 17 pass.
A 17 will pass. If you don't want to take, so you'll take half of 25 because you have much less than Silas does. Without the
Oh, okay.
17. So you'll take 12.
Okay, that's. I mean, are you gonna roll for each one of us?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yuska, you would take the 25, but you rolled a 15, which is the save, so you'll take half to 12. And then Monza, you successfully pass, so you take half to 12.
Silas was the culprit
Silas
this whole
is
time?
Silas is the most corrupt out of the 4 of you.
Damn, who knew? He prayed.
Okay, I did. He died session 2 and came back from Maw. So
Oh no, that's right. I forgot about that.
Silas is fully corrupt.
probably grosser than Lucan too.
Oh, I need to roll for the golem too.
All right, wait back a second.
And golem takes 25. So she can't dry out the void. But yeah, this is a good spot to take a quick little 2-minute break and then come back and let you guys kind of decide where you want to go with your journey. And if you want to use Harlock to try to find Lucan, which might be costly, or go through Callus, or go through Yuska's sister, or go back to the Heart. So we'll be right back in 2 minutes, and we'll see you soon. The Nat 30s, thank you for the follow. What's up? Quick little break and we'll get back into this.
I need a haircut so fucking bad. Jesus Christ.
I feel it, man. Ever since quarantine, I've just been buzzing with a buzzer. Hey, hey.
Might try to risk it like this week. It's turned into like a full mullet in the back, and it's like, oh. It wasn't cool in the 90s. It's not cool now.
I want to learn how to roll a Nat 30. Because that would be sick.
Oh. So I had that game yesterday.
Yeah.
All new players. They get fucking ambushed on the first encounter of Lost Mines of Phandelver, and the fucking ranger almost bites it with a critical on the first swing of the game by one of the goblins.
Oh no.
I stopped using the gravity dice after that.
Oh, was it
They
that
were
one?
getting owned. Oh yeah. Oh no, they all hit like almost nat 20s on all of their stealth checks. So they had no idea. They just
That's hilarious.
first swing with that first, instant 20. The only saving grace is I used different dice for the damage, and it was like a 1 and a 2. So
So the dice are
even-
rocking it.
Oh god, they're so good.
I'm gonna try to do something really quick while this break's going on. Can it be done? Everyone's almost back. I was hoping to show those dice off. They just they came really late. It is what it is.
I mean, I can grab mine.
I got these. When I got all those dice, I got myself some, see if I can show them. They're orange sherbet. Make it a little zoom. Whoop. I like orange. But Nat 30's over there getting special dice made, so. So you can rock it.
I mean, you can do a nat 30 on like percentile.
True. Foundry VTT. Is that what you used to? It is amazing.
It's so much better than Roll20.
Like night and day better.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you like corner the market as being the only virtual tabletop online for so long and you don't invest anything back into the fucking program.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, for how long it's been, like having 1 or 2 modules on it, it just crashes the fucking server you're running it on. Come on. You're in a browser. It's not that fucking hard. I'm a systems guy. I have to be honest about programming.
Everyone's almost back. And then we'll finish up this night and see what the hell's where they're gonna go. Hey.
I mean, the talk with Harlock's going way better than I expected it to.
Sorry, the dog wanted to poop.
You missed it, Lemon. I told him about my newbie party yesterday getting wrecked with your gravity dice.
Oh, good! Good, fucking thing.
The first attack of the game was with that D20
Yeah.
on a critical from one of the goblins.
Yes! If it can't help us in game, it can help yours.
Oh no, it fucked them. I'm the DM in that, so.
Yeah, no, it's helping you.
Alright, Nat 30. Hope to see you around, man.
I was like, what? Nat 30 doesn't exist.
You converted at least 4 users to it? Nice.
Ooh, sorry. So we had the void potentially burned out of us.
Yeah, is that confirmed? Like we can safely assume it's out?
No.
Kind of.
No, she just knows it's there.
She just knows it's there and
She just hurt us.
she hurt you trying to get it out. So let's get back into the game as soon as I get this one thing going. Almost.
Your game is fine for us.
It's you.
Ah, okay. So let's get back into the session. Alright. So the fallen star tried to burn the void from your bodies. It affected Eek and Monzo not too much. It affected Silas, or affected Yuska more, but it heavily affected Silas and Kozlik. And after she did that, she looks very apologetic, and the fallen star, almost in tears. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just trying to dry it. I'm sorry.
No, I know that. I mean, it probably worked. So that was really good. It was good, right?
Harlock stands up, throws his chair back. Enough of this. I have to finish this calling. Shall begin this process. That is still agreeable. Kozlik will give himself so that the rest of you will be free. The fallen star and the child will come with me.
Yeah, I think that's agreeable still.
It is much better than death.
Yuska and Manza, make perception checks. And Sylvia. Sylvia, Manza. No, guys. You all hear Ekanik whisper to the fallen star. You want to tell him what you whispered?
You're stronger than him. Did Harlock hear this? We don't know.
He's moving like he didn't hear it, as he starts to now walk towards Kozlik. Silas moves aside. Silas didn't hear any of this. He walks towards Kozlik. He picks Kozlik up with one hand and then puts him on top of the table.
Oh.
Each of you, please make your way around this golem. You'll need to put your hand upon him. And we will begin this.
Is there... If you're just talking to a god, is that praying?
Harlock didn't hear you. If anyone else wants to answer.
Yes, it is, little buddy.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Well, I think it's probably just me, but I don't think people should die alone. So, if you don't mind, I would like to talk to the star about Kozlik. Because, I mean, she's not a god, so then it's not praying, right?
If you want to say your last words, then that is agreeable.
Ekanik on the table will turn to the star. Say, I don't know what you can do, but I think you can do a lot more than you think. So if you ever get the chance someday, maybe you can restore Kozlik to his strong and bright glory. Maybe. I'm sorry.
She looks at you. And you see this strange like sparkle in her left eye.
Okay, I'm insane, so it's normal. She turned back around to Kozlik.
Harlock begins to wave his hands and mutter these incantations. And as he's muttering these incantations, Kozlik's body starts to glow this luminous purple. And it starts to like vibrate out of him. You can feel as you touch the golem that your skin kind of burns a bit under the palm. And as Harlock's doing this, the golem looks to be in visible pain. Like the golem is starting to shake. And you could... It's almost like if you could read his facial expressions, and Ezra would feel this, but he's ripping the life essence from the golem to change and move it to you guys. So Ezra's in like excruciating pain while this is happening. And she falls to the ground and she puts her hand on her chest. Harlock has no remorse at all in his eyes as he's casting this spell. And you start to feel the corruption that the Fallen Star said she felt inside you. You can feel it start to move around inside you now, almost like you have an upset stomach. And you begin to cough. And you begin to trickle this this greenish blackish sludge from the corners of your eyes, like your tear ducts. And as this is happening, the Fallen Star... Go ahead.
I was wondering, Ikanik is in distress from seeing Ezra, like, kind of cry out in pain and crumple to the floor, and plus Kozilek is super in pain, too. I was wondering if there was, like, a check I could make to see if I keep my hand on him.
Like a willpower? Like a wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the power through it.
Yeah.
Is that a wisdom?
Yeah, make a wisdom save. Yeah, 14's good.
Okay. Thank you.
Unless you want to remove your hand. I mean, you can...
No, that's why I leave it to the DM.
Leave it to the dice.
Why are you like this?
The golem starts to crumble in front of all of you. As Ezra is rolling around on the ground, the golem is crumbling, and you can feel the essence being removed for you. The Fallen Star jumps onto the table. She's visibly furious. And as the golem continues to fall apart in front of her, she gets more and more agitated with each passing second. And as she does, she starts to... You can see her ball her fists. She balls her fists, and Harlock, out of the corner of his eye, looks at her. And as he looks at her, she just... She screams really loud, and the whole world explodes.
We killed the whole world fair now.
Well,
Living Erenel has officially been canceled. Everybody have a
Did you
good night.
plan this?
It's fucking gone.
Was you gonna do it the whole time?
You...
What?
As she... Last thing you remember is the scream from the Fallen Star. And then... You all open your eyes. And this expanse. This rock that's floating through a purple and bluish environment. Almost like you're floating through water. You can breathe. But there is nothing around you for as far as your eyes can see. When you move, it's almost like you slowly move through molasses. Like your movement is extremely slowed. You can speak. You can breathe. You do not see Benor. You don't see the Fallen Star or Harlock or Ezra or the Golem.
Can I make a religion check to see if this could be the void?
Sure.
Don't blame me, Raz. Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am extremely confused right now.
well, we're definitely not Novavasi anymore.
I thank you
You
for
know
your
what,
astute
Sylvia?
assessment of our situation, Sylvia. I'm starting to like you more and more.
With the 16, you think you're in the void.
Guys, I think this is the void. Guys.
While we're talking, I'm gonna cast Blur on myself, just as a precaution.
Lucan! Lucan!
Ikanika, keep your voice down. We don't know where we are, or if we are
We're
in the void.
void.
We don't know where in the void we are. We don't want to catch unnecessary attention.
Are there places in the void? Isn't it just a void?
I don't know. Have you been to the void before? Because
Yeah,
I
no.
haven't.
I mean,
And as she's bickering with Eek, she's gonna fish into her pocket and she's gonna try and grab one of her carved willow bark and she's gonna press it to her forehead.
Okay.
And you'll see that the tattoo, the eye remains, but now it has the wings and the sword going through it instead of what it was before with the book. Alright, well, I suppose it's time to find out why we're here.
So these markings on the ground aren't here, like these runic markings. It's just like the rock that's floating in this purplish, bluish landscape.
Oh, okay. So there's no markings at all.
Yeah,
at any of it?
yeah. So those like runic glyphs aren't there. It's just the rock that's kind of floating through space. It's almost like you're on like a meteor in the middle of nowhere.
Mons is gonna walk to the edge and peer over it.
It stretches for as far as you can see.
Sylvia would do the same thing.
Watch your step. This is a very long fall.
Really? I never would have guessed.
Where's everyone else?
No doubt Harlock is too strong to be sent here. Chances are, whatever's left of your keep is falling apart. No doubt Harlock and that fallen star are having quite a conversation.
Did the star put us here, or did she turn Novavasi into the void?
Perhaps both.
I don't think this is Novavasi. If it was, there'd be bodies at least.
Oh.
I think we
Not
may have just...
necessarily.
Actually, I don't even know. How can we even breathe or speak here? I'm very confused, guys. Like, normally that's just how I am, but I don't even know anything anymore.
Have you been to another place?
I mean, I've been to the transit.
Oh. Well, no, you can breathe on the trains, though, right? Like, I mean, maybe you could just breathe in all the planes.
Never really thought of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a perception check to see if there's like anything around that could maybe get us somewhere or bring us back.
Okay. With a 21, there's little bits of broken, what looks like some sort of meteorite or some sort of crater that float pretty close to you. So like a lot of these meters, like a lot of this stuff is here. But past this small little outcropping, there's nothing for as far as you can see. It is just a sea of purplish, bluish void.
Oh. Does this area remind me of the vision that I had with Lucan with the mushroom people? Like, it was that setting the same?
No.
Okay.
If there's any stray rocks or pebbles, I want to pick one up, and I'm going to use one of my magic tinkerings to make it have an audio cue, so it just sounds like lightning, almost like a lightning strike, so it's consistently making like a loud, shocking noise, and I'm going to throw it off the edge to see if it's going to go like down, just go straight.
It goes out.
So I can hear it.
It looks like it floats right where your foot would fall. So now the rock that you threw is just kind of floating a couple feet out.
I'm gonna eat 5 good berries.
Okay. I'm gonna remove the magic tinkering effect on the rock, and I'm gonna kind of go down onto my knees and put my free hand onto the space right off where the rock would be, but like that's level with it, to see if it like there's a force pushing against me.
It does. As you push against it, it's almost like Jello. It's like you can press against it and think it might hold your weight.
If I push down as hard as I can, is there any point that it starts to give and I like sink into it?
It sinks a bit, kind of bubbles a bit, but it doesn't like suck you in and doesn't give, like you won't fall through, but it kind of just bays a little bit.
Monza, what are you doing?
Well, it would appear that we're not on a platform. We might be on land.
So... what
And
is
with that, she's
happening?
going to take a step off the platform.
Oh!
You see Monza now standing off of the platform like she's on land. Standing in this void.
Is that everywhere?
It's like it's almost like a liquid molasses that gives off the shadow almost.
Can we see it everywhere, or only where like my feet are touching?
Looks like it's everywhere. It looks like if you were to jump, you might just hover.
Does it stick to us like molasses, or is it just that texture?
Just that texture feel.
Okay.
Is she sinking at all, like quicksand or anything?
Nope.
Oh,
I'll join Monza. Take a step off.
please. Can I climb on you?
Sure thing, little buddy.
Okay. How do we do the mount?
Highlight you. Oh, I might have to do it. Where you at? Let's see here. Whoop. Yeah. It makes you all small.
Nice. Oh. Oh, that's right. It does dismount every time.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, it's because you guys don't have control over each other, I think.
That's okay.
So if you try to move, it separates.
I'll just move her token. No problem. Silas, are you coming? I think it's safe.
Silas has been awfully more grumpy today.
Maybe.
Does anyone know where we need to go?
Nope.
No. Can I do
Can I?
a perception?
Yeah, I want to do one of those too.
I want to do a perception check to see if I can. No, or maybe a survival check to see if I can figure out the path. If there's a path of some sort, a pattern of rock formations that lead us somewhere.
Okay.
Yusuke will do the perception check to see if there's literally anything else in the
Oh
distance.
come on!
With your perceptions as you look out, you feel like you can see for at least a mile, and it is just the same void, unending nothingness.
Well, I don't know much about the void, and I'm sure you don't either, but is it possible by chance that it could be tied to Erenel? Like, if we were to walk towards where we think the church would be, do you think we would find Lucan?
Perhaps if we assume that this right here is the stronghold.
I don't think we have much, or well, any other option but to see. Kind of stuck.
Alright, and I don't know how long we're gonna be here. Do we have enough rations to survive?
Well, I can make a good berry every day, whatever a day is, kind of. So here.
She likes to eat a lot of them. Only really need to eat one Monza. Really?
I was gonna say, that's my trees back home say you only need one a day.
It's pretty delicious. I actually have 4 right now, and I already had 5. So you guys can each have.
Monza will take one. The less she needs to eat later, the better.
And I'll make another one tomorrow. So we can always have food, but maybe if you want to, just.
But yeah, I guess.
If we get desperate for water, I can always summon tidal winds, assuming that tethering still works here.
I'm kind of like really tired. Maybe we could just stay on this rock for a bit, and then maybe we can go on our journey afterwards, wherever that is.
It might be best. I don't think there's really a rush anymore.
I'm down for resting.
Do you want to stay here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take a long rest. Ikanik, in this realm you have no insanity. You're back to 0. You look normal.
Yes.
So health back, long rest.
Assuming that we're taking watches, during Monza's watch, she would like to study the mystical energy that's like keeping us afloat when we're not on the rock. And she's also going to do something she thinks is dumb, but she's going to try and do the Fallen Star's hand thing to see if she can sense any of that same energy on Silas. Trying to use the tether.
Okay. So, strangely enough, there is no bond here. But you can still cast magic, which is weird. So you don't feel, like you're trying to cast magic here, you don't feel the tether. But it's almost like the rules are the same and you're able to cast your spells.
That has no bad effect to my fabrication, does it?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Seems like magic doesn't exist because of Amadou.
You wait for 8 hours, taking sleep and watching. And it is the same nothingness. Until, at the very edge of your eyesight, you skill would pick up on this first, but it moves very quickly. This humanoid-sized creature that has arms and legs, but you can't really make out any characteristics from here, is moving directly towards you extremely fast. And it looks like it's not running or walking, it's just kind of moving stiff.
Oh, that's creepy.
Okay, I'm gonna pick my new prepared spells while you guys are doing this, by the way.
I'm gonna pull out my bow.
Did you say anything, you guys?
I think something's coming, guys.
What is that?
This is what you see.
Guys, I don't have any arrows.
A mecha robot thing? No.
It's in the chat.
I lied, I do. I have 15. It's a Digimon!
So as you guys are, you're sitting there watching this thing, you just, and it stops in front of you. And it stares at you. It's about 15 feet high. It looks to be made from some sort of metallic creation. What hangs from its body looks like it would be a cape, but it seems like its tubes are metallic of some kind, and it just wafts and it stands there staring at you. Its single large, what you would assume is an eye, in the center of its head, scans each of you.
What is it doing?
The fundamental Therarium forbids your existence here.
What?
The fundamental Therarium forbids your existence here.
Where is here exactly?
The architect, Solutheri, does not require your presence.
Who?
The architect solitary?
An architect? What do you mean an architect? Did he make you?
Very confused.
And it's spelled like this.
This guy is probably like Jesus Christ. Can you spell the fundamental thing?
Oh, what he said?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the fundamental. I don't know that the other one.
Bonza, do you have any idea what he's trying to tell us right now?
Aside from the usual architects that make buildings, there's only one other that I know of, and he's not really fully conscious at the moment.
Well,
How far from Erenel are we?
$12,000 light years.
What?
does that mean?
You are now in the multiverse of the architect, Solutheri.
I don't know who that is.
I am very confused right now.
Do you mean an
Can you
architect
explain
like
what a light year is?
like a do you mean an architect like that made a building, or do you mean like an Almadoon?
Once there were 3. Almadoon Osevian, Solutheri. Now there are 2.
How are you spelling that second one?
It's in the Erenel page.
It's right here.
No, not Cell a Theory, the other one.
I'm
Osevian.
talking about like the creation article.
Magic is chaos. Only law is permitted here.
Oh, that's Resmir.
No, you can.
I'm
it's
confused, little
something
buddy. I
different.
thought Resmir was a lion and not a,
Well, this could be
A-
like his
a
follower.
Gundam.
No, no.
Is that what they call those things?
We are the Knights of Axiom.
Well, I am Ikenik. Hello. Have you seen a human named Lugan?
What is a human?
Oh, wow. I'm just gonna look at mine.
That would look like me, just a little bit shorter and more like a twig.
Flesh is not permitted here.
What about feathers?
Well, I can assure you, we're not all flesh. There's much more than that to us. But I didn't get the. And she's gonna just trail off.
Your being here is chaos. Chaos must be stopped.
Are you
Where are
almost back?
Can we go home? Please?
Can you take us somewhere where we're allowed?
Where is your home?
According to you, it's about 12,000 light years away. Whatever that is.
Yeah, we're from Erenel.
To prevent chaos, where on Erenel will I send you so that law and order are restored?
Novavasi?
As you wish.
Ho.
Wait,
Where are we right now? Are we in the void? Are we in another plane of existence?
You are in the multiverse created by Slarutheri.
Can you take us to the void?
Does not compute.
can you take us back to 8th of Ivinth on 623 in Erenel? In Novavasi?
I cannot bend time, but I can return you to the location.
That was the first date I wrote down on our session.
Can we meet this architect so we can figure out what is even going on? Because I'm still very confused.
No inexplorable may meet the architect. Chaos breeds devastation. Only law and order.
I
Is
tried,
everyone a
buddy.
robot? I mean, I don't know what you are, so... Is everyone a golem?
He kind of stares at you.
Do you have a name?
65713.
65713. Nice to meet you.
Death, change, fate are not welcome here.
Well, I can assure you, between the 5 of us, there's not going to be any death. Or fate. Preferably no change. I don't think we're that much of a threat for you.
Can
Yeah.
you bring a message to your leader?
By bringing the message, it will breed chaos.
How?
But if it's your own message, would that make it chaos? If it's from you? It's not us sending the message.
Yeah, your word.
Your microstate portion lacks sufficient entropy. If you do not leave, I must repair you.
What does that mean?
Repair us how?
I think that's a polite way to say he's gonna kill us.
Hamza, show him your stuff that you make. It's like him. Or it.
Is it?
Shawty's over here laughing.
I mean, in a way, if this architect builds robots, are you also the same thing, Monza? Can you
Show him the
explain
thing.
where we are? I'm very
Thing.
confused still.
Yeah, at Ikanik's request, she'll bring one of her runes over to summon the Protector. And it's gonna walk over like 15 feet towards the robot.
Your skill is lacking.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I'll have you know, it is quite a new skill. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one on Erenel that uses it. That being said, though, I wouldn't mind learning from someone with more skill.
Those made of flesh are not permitted in the Tower of Axiom.
Can you turn my flesh into something that's accepted?
Oh, don't get it.
If your microstate portions lack sufficient entropy, I will repair you.
Well, I am not flesh. I am leather. And she holds up an arm that is covered in studded leather arm.
I thought you meant like your actual skin is leather.
By repair us, do you mean turn us into one of you?
Make you all complete.
I don't know about the rest of you, but that sounds threatening. If we're to go anywhere, where should we go? I don't know if Nova Vasi is the best answer.
Well, if we go back to Nova Vasi, at least we can find out what happened to everybody else.
I don't think we
But
should.
think of it, we can go anywhere on Erenel. We could even maybe go straight to the ethereal plane. We might be able to go straight to Vesca and save that trip.
The ethereal
If
plane
none
is
of
not
this is
Erenel.
tied... Well, we're not in Erenel right now. For all we know, the ethereal plane is Erenel.
It's not Erenel though.
Do you know that?
Do I want to make a religion check?
We could go to...
I think Laura thinks that they are.
Can you, with confidence, tell me that 12,000 light years away from Nova Vasi, there's an ethereal plane?
No, I think they're just two separate things. I do know that it does depend on the on
Is
Erenel.
this Laura or Eek talking? Because I'm talking to Eek.
Well, I mean, this is Laura and Eek.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure she would think like this.
Yeah.
But it's also my knowledge.
With a 15... So Erenel is the mortal plane, but the universe is together.
Yeah.
You guys have been sent to a separate universe. So if he sends you to the
Oh.
ethereal plane, you'll go to Erenel's ethereal plane. If you want to go to that. You could do that. But he can send
Okay.
you... So this robot made by the architect Salutheri, or the architect Salutheri, can send you anywhere. As long as you leave, unless you want to stay here and then deal with whatever comes with staying here.
Do you think we can fight him?
If we want to go,
We could find him.
if we
What
want
if-
to go back, we could go straight to Bedoma and skip that whole journey and meet Vesca there before she's there.
Out of character. If we fight him and we defeat him, we can cover our bodies in his parts, which just sounds awful. And we could try to find out where he came from. And we could try to talk to higher up authorities like the architect. This is still like mostly kind of me and Laura and Eek, but
I don't know. The problem with that is just I'm also wearing metal, and he saw right through with me being flesh.
Well, no, he didn't know. He didn't know who was flesh, and you said that you're like you, Because
No, he was asking who what a human is.
Yeah, and you said like me, because he said, didn't he say that humans were flesh? Something?
No, he said we're not allowed here. Is like how he started that conversation. I mean, we can try it. If we fight this thing and we kill it, we're now stuck in a not Erenel. As a warning, if that's what we do.
Or we get annihilated.
Sylvia and Silas aren't. Oh, Silas is covered in metal, but Sylvia isn't covered in metal. So, and it never said a name. So with the flesh comment, we could be talking about.
I have no idea how long it would take for Monza to sculpt his flesh so that we can all wear it without having any of our own flesh exposed.
That's assuming that he just doesn't wreck us.
Immediately murder us, and he doesn't celestial dragon us in a hallway.
Yeah, this thing could bring us back to our plane, so we probably shouldn't hit it. Our universe.
So where do we want to go?
If he can camp us 1,200 light years, I'm pretty certain he could just obliterate us with a tap.
Yeah, I think we should just say we're gonna go to Bedoma. Because the ethereal plane is huge, and you like souls have to make the journey to Bedoma to be judged, and that is part of being judged, is getting to her. So if we just say like we want to go to the god on this plane in this universe, maybe is okay.
I mean, player.
Then we can work our way backwards.
Yeah.
Find a soul.
Me being a player would say go to Bedoma, but Sylvia would love to go straight to Razmiron.
Where's that? Oh, the
Why?
The capital of.
Why would she choose the capital?
Because Harlock wouldn't expect it. We came out of nowhere, and now we're just popping there all of a sudden.
What are we gonna do? Make him tea? Like, what's the plan? Is what I'm at. Like, because I'm cool with going anywhere.
We take over the castle from the inside. Harlock wouldn't know what hit him.
I almost feel like I'd rather fight the robot that can teleport me 12,000 light years than go to Razmiron and just claim his keep.
We can literally
I think the
go
entire
anywhere.
party would probably be like, we have other things to do.
We can literally go anywhere. So what if we say we want to go to a god that could help cleanse Nova Vasi, hopefully not in a purge of fire, get rid of Ma. And I'm thinking of Rezmir because it's like, hey, Ma was using your name to get your prayers, but, you can totally, like, hit her back, and reclaim the city, and have your prayers, because God survive off prayers.
I don't know if Rezmir could do that. I think if anyone could deal with Ma, it would be Lunawin, if we were to do that route.
Yeah.
We could get Lunawin then, because we could say, hey, we know your star, child. But then that would have to be like a lot of Yuska not getting confused and talking to her.
Is the ripple, is it like fast or is it kind of slow?
It's a good speed.
It's a good speed, yeah.
I saw Zytek talk about it. I want to make sure it looked good.
So yeah, I think going to a god would be great, but I think the most straightforward choice would be going to Bedoma in the Ethereal.
Yeah, I think we should do that as well.
Yeah, unless someone else has an even weirder idea, that's good.
Yeah,
nice.
Go straight to the architect and have him fix everything.
This is a very small thing that might help, I guess. But earlier when I talked about the Hanan lands and Maw, that was a Dying Embers game, and that was Magnus and Zervesh Sayla. So you could go to the Northlands and talk to King Magnus if you wanted to.
Oh, he's from the Northlands.
So that whole group,
I would say Monza would probably know that.
Yeah, that whole group was the one that saved Abraxas. But then you'd be talking to characters from another campaign, and I would try to get them to pop in weirdly, I guess.
Is Abraxas, is that's south though of Nova Vasi?
I'm actually down for that idea, to bamf us straight to King Magnus.
It's
I
way
think that's
south.
a wonderful idea.
The question is did they win
No, they got
that
stomped.
confrontation with Maw?
The whole thing was them fleeing into their boats as this huge CR-20 tentacle thing with things that popped out of its mouth chased them away.
I don't know if I want to talk to someone who lost.
They got
As cool
whipped.
as that would be.
They got whipped.
He was destroyed. Yeah, that's what. He was destroyed.
Yeah, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, because if they didn't win,
They got smoked. But I mean, and also, even if he could teleport you to any plane and get you around something, that doesn't mean that the deity will speak to you unless you have good reason.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that's
But-
why.
Possible.
I wasn't thinking of speaking to Bedoma because I didn't think that would be possible.
Mhm.
I was more thinking we could start from the finish line and work our way backwards.
Or even wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
it would
There's
be
no
really
guarantee
boring.
that Veska would even find Bedoma. Like some souls don't find Bedoma.
Yeah. I mean, both of those options are cool.
But Lunawin's good. Oh, you guys had all good options. This is like the wild card of going with whatever option you want to do.
I love.
This
the
is a deck of
idea
many
going
things
to
moment, and we
Lunawin.
need to pick it carefully.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a good point.
I like the idea of going to Ludwin because Starchild brought us here. And she's been nice to us, and she did try to cure us, so maybe we do have an essence of her inside of us, like a scar of some sort, that could prove that, we do know her and we are friends with her. That might give us some good grace with Lunawin, or
Yeah.
her angels or something.
Yeah, because my thought was she's already failed her task of stopping them, like they seep through, so she might be grateful of that knowledge so she can help purge them.
Plus, I also have a blessed artifact from Lewin on my
Yes,
possession.
so that would be good. Do we know about King? What's his name?
Agnes.
Magnus?
Do we know about King Magnus being in the Northlands? Like, do we know that happened? Because we were just given the information of the city.
Monza would
Monza
know.
probably would, yeah.
Monza would.
Yeah, Monza.
Yeah.
Sylvia would
Her,
have.
her archive would have that information.
Sylvia would know a little bit about him.
So what do you guys want to go?
I think the most realistic option's Bedoma, because we know we can get something out of that, because it's tied to our current task, but getting Lunawin involved would be really cool.
You're like,
Because that might be
Yuska
more
is
powerful
down
solution.
for either of those, Lunawin or Bedoma.
Yeah, but going to Luna, we still have to like convince her to help us, and if she doesn't help us, then it's a waste. When we could have saved Veska.
how many days was it past the full moon? From Bruce?
2.
2 days? Okay. So
1.5.
she's calming down from her rage. Like a bit.
Well, doesn't she go like to her max of rage and then immediately drops to like nothing? So she should be like pretty talkable.
I thought she drops to nothing with the new moon. But I don't know. I don't worship the moon.
Yeah, it's the new moon. So it's like a gradual. It's like
It's like a wave. Yes, okay, so she's calming down. I think we could convince her because when you get like really worked up about stuff and then you just come out of it and you're just exhausted, but you need to sleep, you need to rest, and that's when Lunawin would be at the new moon. She would be fully rested. She's like, okay, let's go. But now she's exhausted, so maybe asking her for help wouldn't be very good. She needs some resources. I say Lunawin.
I'm just trying to think if there's anywhere else that would be cool. But Lunawin would be more interesting, I think, of the two.
We could save Max though, and maybe I don't know if animals go to Bedoma, but Vincent in the ethereal plane.
I mean, he made us food, but aside from that, Monza doesn't
That was my friend.
have a need to save
Oh
a
my
dude named Mad
God.
Max.
We got fat stacks from Yuska to buy him cheap ass wine, so
We can make no more
he lived a
friends.
good life.
They all die. All of them.
that's funny.
So proud of myself for getting a goddamn cook.
You
Luke.
failed your people, Lemon.
Lucan got him slaughtered.
Not
No
anymore.
proof.
Lucan killed everyone you love,
No
What-
proof.
Bruce,
except for
what do you
Yuska.
Silas would vote for?
That's a good question.
Sorry, I just missed what happened there because I didn't know for a moment.
Ah, damn.
We were just made a joke about how Eekany can't have friends anymore
Oh.
because they all die. What would Sylvia vote for?
Going to Paloma to help Yuska or Veska, sorry.
So, one Bedoma, one Ludwin for sure.
I would probably go Lunawin, because that's what I was trying to push earlier this session, that Lunawin would make the most sense to cure us and help.
I said I'm more down for Lunawin, because I think that would be cooler. Either work. Like we can
Yeah,
still try to go to the ethereal plane. Like
Ludwin could bring us to the ethereal plane. Say it.
So where do you think Luduin is?
The moon?
Somewhere in space.
I'm like fucking lying, but it's.
She is the moon.
evening cat. Oh fuck! +4 to my religion, bitches. Great. Is it really?
Can we safely say we won't die if we go to Lunawin then? Since it's sort of like the atmosphere? If Erenel has an atmosphere?
We just
That's
go
an
and
awful
die
answer.
from atmosphere.
do we roll the dice and see if we end the campaign tonight?
We can hold our breath.
You would
for
all be
1
the
minute, I think.
you would all be the first people to ever be teleported to the moon in Erenel.
But holding your breath would mean you can't talk to her, so you would just be there for a minute and then die.
No, it's plus your con though. So
Well,
maybe it's
one-
But you can't talk, so you'd sit there till you die.
She would
on
fix
her.
us. She would fix us. She would be like, spacesuit.
We hope.
One small step for Novavasi, one giant bamf for immediate death.
Imagine the first bird on the moon is
Um,
Ikenik.
Would Gallus be able to respond if you added him to get his opinion on the choice?
Oh yeah. I
Even
that's
like out
not-
of context, just Lunawin or Bedoma, and leave it at that.
Yeah, where would you go, Lunawin or Bedoma?
You can ask him in Discord maybe, but he's on his it's his yearly anniversary date.
Oh, he's not gonna pay it.
He's on his wedding anniversary.
It's probably
Maybe we should roll a dice.
I mean, we can still. I mean,
I say Lunawin.
I
say-
can't imagine the campaign would end to us dying from lack of oxygen on the moon.
Yeah, I wouldn't kill you.
Could you imagine?
That would be such a weird way to
Like that
talk
South
to any of your
Park.
friends.
The
Oh
South
yeah,
Park where
my-
the whales laying there dead.
So how did your campaign go? Oh, we bamfed ourselves to the moon and died of lack of oxygen.
Lunawin didn't save us.
One way to
He was
end
there.
a fantasy setting is just, yeah, I ran out of
Well-
oxygen on the moon.
Dan wants me to kill you.
Dan, I paid
You
for
want for
your
Dan?
game.
Let's do it.
Stop it.
I vote moon.
I vote Moon.
Yeah, let's go to the
Moon
moon.
Moon. We're Team Moon Moon now.
So how do you want to ask this robot to get you to Lunawin?
Erenel only has one moon, right?
Hmm?
I mean, we could ask it if it could send us to the heart of Erenel's moon.
Ooh, no. What if that brings us to the middle of it?
Well, my fear is that only a part of Lunawin is like only a part of the moon is Lunawin in the sense of like sentience, and I don't want to be on the wrong side of the moon and cross a planet to talk to her.
Ask if it knows Lunawin, because it's like Lunawin's a god, not a human. Little tiny ant.
I mean, we could ask it to send us to the most, I don't know, powerful point of Erenel's moon.
Ooh. I
Center
like
of
that.
power.
The
would
center
probably
of
be
power of
where-
the moon. Most powerful point on the moon.
Do you know what Erenel's moon is?
I do.
Would it be possible for us to be sent to the most arcanely imbued section of it?
Whatever choice you make to restore law and order, prevent chaos will be done. If this is where you wish to go,
Yeah, Monza will look at everyone before she says yes. Last chance to not go to the moon, guys.
I'm gonna get on top of Yusuke.
CB. CB played one of my games for a year and a half. He knows what's up.
Are we about to die, CB?
Oh, hold on. I think there's a sound card for this. And
Don't worry, CB. I'll return the favor when we start playing WoW again. If he bans us badly. Oh God!
You want to yeet to the moon?
Yeah. Before we do that, like, is there any way you can kick me from Foundry so I can't join back in?
I can close the whole thing down once this is over. It's about to end in a sec, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think I
Yeah,
can
'cause
kick you mid-game.
I can't get back in.
It's weird.
CB has already backstabbed us.
Someone should backstab the group. So you
I
want
mean-
to... You're telling the robot you want to go to the most arcane spot on the moon. Is that the
I
words?
think that's the best way to get to Lunawin, yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Granted. And you see his eyes, like, sends out this holographic beam that scans each of you. As it comes down, you all materialize away. Which means next week. We'll see where the hell you guys went.
We're on the moon.
Fair.
Maybe.
We went from having to save Lucan or Vesca to being on the moon.
To find Lunawin.
Jesus.
That's
The one-
about standard for a D&D game, I think.
One group is in the below. The other group is now on the moon.
Yeah, my Saturday night's in the below on a dungeon crawl to save an angel. And you guys are on the moon to talk to the deity Lunawin.
It is fun being in both campaigns.
Well, thanks for hanging out. We gotta catch Silas up next week, so when he gets back, and we'll see where you guys are.
I thought he was also gone next week.
Oh. Is he?
Yuska doesn't know anything, but Dathers knows bloody everything.
There's no everything.
I know Silas is gone, I think, the first week of October.
That's right.
I think. He might be gone again soon, though. But, that's it for this game. You guys want to chat afterwards about what happened? That's cool. My next stream is on Thursday. I'm doing a little bit of map making to get ready for State of Erenel, which launches early next month. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you on Thursday. Have a good night.
Bye.
I'm going to meet you guys quick.